Today, let's do a little throwback to when we saw this.
57, 58,
Not me refreshing my email every second since we submitted all the evidence to Guinness World Records. Hilda Baci writes. And we get a response from Guinness World Records. Our record teams are working on it. At this point, I am forced to ask this question. What if Hilda Baci never gets recognized by the Guinness World Records? The Nigerian lady who cooked for 100 hours and 40 minutes on a cooking marathon that saw the whole of Nigeria take a bow. Whether you agree to this fact or not, but this is one fact we all will get used from the biggest highlight, being the biggest highlight for May 2023 to maybe probably the rest of the year. If I tell you that there is any real time story that will probably steal the shine or the inspiration away from Hilda Bass's cookathon, I will tell you that I would be lying. I will try to underplay that beautiful marathon that she had cooking for 100 plus hours, 100 hours and 40 minutes, on a cooking journey. And I'm not gonna lie, I know this Hilda Bassett story sounds like it's overhyped, sounds like, okay, you know what, people are gonna abuse it. But let me even say this to you guys. I don't want us to downplay what she did on that journey. I know people have broken Guinness Book of Record. I know she's not going to be the first person. I know that we're going to have thousands of more people that are going to do great things with or without her effort or whatever she did. But I want to share my personal story as to how this affected me personally. And I will tell you, me getting out into the world again, me getting leaving my comfort zone and just saying, you know what, I'm ready to bounce back was just me trying to bounce back to attending the cookathon. Guys, that literally happened on May 15th. I will not forget it because it's right there in my diary. And this lady cooked for 100 plus hours. 8 p.m. was when she rounded up the whole deal. And when I got dressed to go for that journey, I promise you it wasn't a smooth journey. I came, it was flooded. I struggled, I trekked, and I found myself there. And
the type
you
of
know,
flood we are dealing with. Just
I
five
know
years.
what waking up for that day
Just,
looked like. I woke up like around 5 a.m. It was raining madly.
just check.
And I was like, oh, come on, but somebody has been cooking nonstop and you've been sleeping for like 4 hours, 4 plus hours or 6 hours. You gotta get up. And it really made me like get this drive to stand up and really go for what I wanted. And I know a lot of people say, okay, you know what, don't try to measure me. I'm not going to tell you to measure anybody with a Hilda thing. I definitely am not that person who's so into the motivational mantra. I feel like do what works for you. Personal journey, personal discovery is like the best thing you should do. But I really want us to keep drawing strength from that thing, that marathon, that vision, that okay, you know what, I can do it and let's do it. And I did it and people came in. And I can tell you with the dynamics of what happened with the cookathon, I will tell you that the concept of growth, the concept of influence is going to begin to start changing in a very interesting narrative. I personally believe that today when it comes to content creation, people need to start focusing more on community than personal content, because when you understand the concept of community and what you could how you could impact in a community and how they can possibly believe in that vision of yours, you probably are going to be looking your way into an industry that's going to make you not just all famous but very very influential to a lot of people. So I was one of those people who attended the cookathon. It was like a lot, the drama, the excitement, seeing people, and just seeing how everybody came to support somebody they didn't even know. It was like this is like the best highlight for me. And I don't want us to keep playing down on it. I feel like in Africa, in our black spaces, in our Nigerian spaces, whatever country you're from, we kind of don't really have the support culture in us. But sometimes when we see people doing incredible things, we come. I want it to look like going forward in the future, even when people are doing little things, projects, family members, friends, strangers, when you just visualize, you buy into the vision of what these people are doing, just go ahead, be a part of their process. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Hilda Baci has really helped change a lot of narrative. I know there's been a lot of dragging on social media. People are like, okay, the mother is taking all the glory for training Hilda. The father has been left. I actually saw this post where somebody was saying, oh, this man was actually working very hard, working from another state and contributing, and he was not given any accolade. And this is what happens in our African home. Our black, our fathers are not being recognized. The mothers are always like carrying the flag and make it look like they're the ones who do the most. I just want to say that whatever it is, of course, yeah, I think that of course Hilda and the mom would have probably carried it. But there's something about our parents, especially the fathers. They're like, okay, I'm gonna be the man. I'm just gonna be behind. They don't like showing up, and so maybe because they don't like showing up, maybe that is why most of our women don't like giving them that push and bringing them to the limelight. I don't know. I'm not trying to give an excuse, but I'm just like trying to subtly this thing, but also at the same time trying to make us as women that we really need to support, and then throw the accolades when we need to throw the accolades on the fathers and the brothers and whoever. I mean, I would really be looking forward to see Hilda throw some accolades on the father. I, for one, I know why I personally will make that mistake, that type of mistake that Hilda's mother made, and Hilda is making, because my father literally is almost not in my life. He's just in the shadow. He's always supportive, of course, but just because we don't know if he's going to like to be in the limelight, I'm just probably not going to talk about it. But I think with this whole thing of people dragging the whole "oh, father is not being put into the spotlight," it's kind of just helping us understand that, okay, you know what, we need to also recognize our men when we're actually breaking these boundaries and setting new goals and just making new dreams, realities. Anyways, what do you have to say about the Hilda Baci thing? And then we know, of course, the whole marathon of, okay, you know what, this chef, what's her name now? Chef Mali Maha Muhammad. So she is coming to, break that record. And I'm like, according to Hilda, when we heard the story, we heard that, she saw Lata Tata, Lata Tala or Tata. I can't remember that name now. Or Tando Tondo. She did hers for 5 years. I mean, according to Hilda, she had to wait for 5 years to get to perform, to get to strike, to get to attempt this Guinness World Record. So for me, I'm like looking at it like, okay, so if Hilda Bassi has just won it, maybe because she has not been certified by Guinness, maybe that is the reason why any other person can say it one attempt. I really don't understand how this whole thing plays. I really would look forward to seeing um more highlights on this. I've been doing my research to find out what it takes to participate in a Guinness Book of Record if you want to. But one of the biggest questions that I have for this good Guinness Book of Record thing is it really worth it? People have been asking that question. Why do I need to go for something that I'm not going to be paid for? Because I literally went on Google. I did the research. We had this argument during Hilda's Bassi's cookathon, and the question was, is Hilda Bassi going to be paid by Guinness World Record because of this record? And they're like, no, she's not going to be paid. It's just a recognition. You're just going to get into history books that you won this at this particular time. And I'm like, is that really worth it? People have been asking that question, and I'm just asking this question out here. I know when we talk about real time stories, we don't talk about reality shows. People are always looking for the reward at the end of the day. Now, this is a thing that people are really running to achieve, but then there's no pay, there's no reward at the end of the day. It's just a recognition that people are going to give you, the brand ambassador thing, being on the spotlight of being the best at what you do. That's just it. But I don't know how you guys see it, but what do you guys really think about it? That the Guinness World Record, alumni don't get paid, but they get recognized in our history books. What do you really have to say about this? Should they be paid? Is it okay? Would you ever want to go and participate in a competition like this? I really want to know what you think about it. I did my research. I found out this. People have been saying a lot of things. I don't know if you know differently. You know more. Let us know. But yes, I think for me personally, I love the fact that the Guinness Book of Record at least is not paying anybody. I know there might be different undertones, people might understand it differently, but I think I love it because this is you saying I want to do something, not because you want to get motivated, because you want somebody to pay you or because there is a reward in the platform, financial reward. But this is like momentary, this is like a monumental reward, this is like a historical reward, and people are like, you know what, I don't care if I'm going to get financially paid, but I'm going to get rewarded, I'm going to get known, so I'm doing it. I don't know, but if there's any reality show that really talks about real people going for real stuff, I think I really want to appreciate the Guinness World Records for that, because this is just people making a decision to do something, not because they want to get paid for doing it, but just because they want to do it because they want to do it. I don't know. It probably might be weird that I'm thinking that way, but I think I love it. I don't want it. I don't want people to get paid for doing what they love to do. Yes, recognition, of course, is something that they can build on, and monetize and do whatever they want to do. Anyways, this is just me sharing my 2 cents. What do you guys really think about this whole thing? For me, attending Hilda's show was like, I'm ready for the world again. I'm ready to try. I'm ready to break new boundaries. I'm ready to set my goals. I'm ready to stretch myself a bit more. For me, that was how it happened because I went there. I experienced the whole thing. It was fantastic hyping somebody else. Me personally, I call myself a brand cheerleader, so I don't have a problem with hyping people. People have been feeling like, oh, we shouldn't hype her. We shouldn't do this while we're doing it. My dear, when you have a countryman or woman doing something phenomenal, go there, cheer them up, support them so that when you need that support you find people who do that for you. That is just me sharing my 2 cents. What do you guys really have to say? I know I probably haven't been sharing much, but definitely I look forward to sharing more with you guys. So I'll see you guys next time. So really keeping it real as usual. Bye bye and peace.